I bet you didn't know how Zambia's journey to democracy began. My name is Sikuta Mubiana, and I am majoring in information systems. Zambia, a landlocked nation in southern Africa, boasts a rich history and diverse culture. The country achieved its independence from British rule on October 24, 1964. This momentous occasion ushered in a wave of optimism and a belief in a brighter future. Kenneth Kaunda, a charismatic leader, became Zambia's first president. He championed a vision of a united and prosperous nation. Initially, Zambia adopted a multi-party democratic system. This allowed for different political parties to participate in the political process. This early period reflected a commitment to democratic principles. Zambians were eager to exercise their newfound freedom and shape their own destiny. However, the road to democracy is rarely smooth. Despite the initial promise, Zambia's political landscape would soon undergo a dramatic transformation. The optimism of independence would give way to new challenges. The country's journey towards a more inclusive and participatory democracy was just beginning. One-party rule, the rise and fall of Kaunda's vision. In 1972, a significant shift occurred in Zambia's political landscape. President Kenneth Kaunda, facing internal divisions and external pressures, amended the constitution. This amendment transformed Zambia into a one-party state. The United National Independence Party, or UNIPI, became the sole legal political party. Kaunda argued that this move was necessary to consolidate national unity and accelerate development. He believed that a one-party system would reduce political instability. While Kaunda's intentions might have been noble, the consequences of this decision were far-reaching. The absence of political competition stifled dissent. Opposition voices were suppressed. The government's control over the media limited freedom of expression. The one-party state, while initially appearing to bring stability, gradually eroded democratic principles. This period highlighted the fragility of democracy. It also underscored the importance of checks and balances on power. Winds of change. The struggle for multi-party democracy. By the late 1980s, the political and economic landscape in Zambia had deteriorated. The global economic downturn, coupled with internal mismanagement, led to severe economic hardship. Unemployment soared, basic commodities became scarce. Zambians, struggling to make ends meet, grew increasingly disillusioned with the one-party state. They demanded political and economic reforms. Inspired by the fall of the Berlin Wall and the wave of democratization sweeping across Africa, Zambians took to the streets. Peaceful protests, led by trade unions and civil society organizations, erupted across the country. They demanded the reinstatement of multi-party democracy. The government, facing mounting pressure, finally relented. In 1991, after almost 2 decades of one-party rule, Zambia held its first multi-party elections. This marked a historic turning point in Zambia's democratic journey. Section 4. Pillars of Power. Zambia's government structure. Zambia's government operates within a presidential system. This system is characterized by a clear separation of powers. The 3 branches of government, executive, legislative, and judicial, each have distinct roles and responsibilities. This separation aims to prevent any one branch from becoming too powerful. The president, elected by the people, heads the executive branch. They are responsible for implementing laws and policies. The legislative branch, consisting of the National Assembly, is responsible for making laws. The judicial branch, headed by the Supreme Court, interprets the law and ensures justice. This system of checks and balances is fundamental to a functioning democracy. It ensures accountability and protects against the abuse of power. Section 5. The ballot box elections and the quest for free and fair processes. Elections are the cornerstone of any democracy. They provide citizens with the opportunity to choose their leaders and hold them accountable. In Zambia, presidential elections follow a 50% plus 1 rule. This means that a candidate must secure more than half of the total votes cast to be declared the winner. This system aims to ensure a clear mandate for the elected president. The Electoral Commission of Zambia, or ECZ, is an independent body responsible for organizing and overseeing elections. The ECZ plays a crucial role in ensuring that elections are free, fair, and credible. However, challenges remain in ensuring a level playing field for all political parties. Accusations of voter intimidation, vote rigging, and unequal access to state resources have marred some elections. Addressing these issues is vital for strengthening Zambia's democracy. Section 6. Freedom's Chorus: Civil Liberties and the Fight for Open Expression. Civil liberties are the bedrock of a free and just society. They encompass fundamental freedoms such as freedom of speech, freedom of assembly, and freedom of the press. These freedoms are enshrined in Zambia's constitution. They are essential for citizens to express their views, hold their leaders accountable, and participate fully in the democratic process. However, despite constitutional guarantees, challenges remain in upholding civil liberties in Zambia. Restrictions on media freedom, particularly the harassment and intimidation of journalists, have raised concerns. The government has, at times, used legislation to stifle dissent and limit the space for political opposition. Protecting and promoting civil liberties is an ongoing struggle. It requires vigilance and the active participation of both citizens and the government. Section 7. Zambia's Democratic Future: Challenges and Opportunities. Zambia's democratic journey, while marked by progress, still faces significant challenges. Corruption, a persistent problem, undermines good governance and erodes public trust. It diverts resources away from essential services and hinders economic development. Ensuring electoral fairness and transparency is crucial for building a stronger democracy. Addressing issues of voter intimidation, vote rigging, and unequal access to state resources is paramount. Despite these challenges, there is hope for the future. Zambia has a vibrant civil society and a growing youth population that is eager to participate in shaping their country's destiny. Strengthening democratic institutions, promoting good governance, and upholding the rule of law are essential for Zambia's continued progress. By addressing corruption, ensuring free and fair elections, and protecting civil liberties, Zambia can build a more just and equitable society for all its citizens. The journey towards a more perfect democracy is ongoing. It requires the collective effort of all Zambians.